A body has been discovered. And it's the corpse of the Danganronpa fandom. Oh, the despair. You can almost taste it. This despair will only make the hope taste all the sweeter.
Hope sweetener? Does that mean despair is spicy?
There's another creepy bear!
So, the Danganronpa fandom, huh? Arguably one of the most toxic, cringy, downright deplorable fandoms out there. And as a fan of, like, 5? Maybe 6 years. Yeah, 6 years, I think, in October. It's hell. It is hell. And look, before I, like, start anything, this is not a diss to the game series itself. It is not a diss to Kazuichi Kodaka, my beautiful, beautiful favorite, like, game writer ever. But his fan base is fucking vile. At least the Danganronpa side of it. Like, I guess the other games not so much, but the Danganronpa fandom. Yeah. Also, I'm going to let you know now. Asthma, Cottonmouth. Fucking awful combination right now. So, I apologize. The fucking winter's killing me. But yeah, the Danganronpa fandom sucks, and it's really hard to start, like, you know, simplify it and, like, give a reason to start with. So let's just start with the general, like, toxicity. System of a Down reference? Sorry. The toxicity in the Danganronpa fandom. There's this easy law to avoid getting doxxed and harassed. You know what it's called? Not joining the fucking fandom. No matter what your opinion is, you are always at risk of getting your whole shit just fucking dropped on the web for everyone to see. I even almost got doxxed once for hating a character and cheering when they died as a joke. Well, half a joke. That bitch had it coming. But regardless, yeah, I really didn't like the character. I thought the character was an annoying little shit. Now, you may wonder, what are all the things that you can get this treatment for thinking? Well, first off, if you ship the wrong ship, because, you know, that's a normal thing to get mad at people with. If you like the wrong characters, I like one of those, Miyuruma. Fucking love that woman. Love her so much. Love her to death. I don't care. You can't stop me. Eat my dick. Eat my she-dick. And also, liking the wrong game in the series, I guess. Because that's something. If you're like, man, I think this game's the best in the series. And then you get fucking, like, chewed out and cussed out and called all kinds of names. And no matter what you do, you're getting the Ryuji P5 special. And there's also this problem of media literacy in the fandom. They either have fucking top tier media literacy, right? Like, I'm fucking super well versed, super fucking, they decipher, they see meanings and things that are meant to be seen. And then there's the mud hut dwelling rock bangers who can't understand what's blatant foreshadowing if it pissed in their fucking face. And, like, it genuinely boggles my mind how there's such a fucking gap like that. Like, how do you I don't get it, man. Like for real. You think people would understand shit. You think people would have some semblance of media literacy. You think they'd read a few books and maybe be able to understand, like, shit when it's, like, written out for them. It's, like, put right in front of their face. But these motherfuckers, dude, you could cock slap them and they think you'd hit them with a pussy. These motherfuckers are stupid. I need to stop putting them voice critical with that. But yeah, and the thing I hate most about the fandom, like, those people are awful. But that's died down, and I've noticed that it's become a little less prevalent. But the thing that I've noticed a lot more is the fan game, or the fangen is how they type it. You know, Danganronpa, haha, funny. Meat writing shitheads. God. Now let me explain. Fan games are awesome. I love fan games. I think they're a great form of, you know, a show of appreciation to the person who made a series. Like, there's no way to show that you appreciate a game dev team more than making your own version. And, you know, it's like a passion. Like, you try to mimic the art style and the vibe of the game, and you try to make your own story in that kind of style. And it's awesome. I have nothing but respect for these people. But at the same fucking time, some of these people who are fans of those fan games slander Kodaka and act like his games suck ass. They diss his writing. He's literally the one who inspired these. Like, when he made the games that they love so much, he made He made them possible. His games had to walk for them to run. If you think the fan games are better, I'm sorry, but you know they wouldn't exist if it weren't for Kodaka, right? It's literally his fault they exist. It's because of him. You cannot just fucking shit on the foundation like that. That's like I love music. I love metal, but fuck rock music. That shit sucks. What? And listen, if his games were really just poorly written, but he had a good format, I get it. But his games are well written. This is a pretty common consensus. Have you seen how his games did? You can't have games like a game in that genre, like a murder mystery game, poorly written, and then it gets successful. That just doesn't work. Those games are literally like built on writing. Those games are only possible because they have good writing. You can't, like, that's good writing is the only way those games can exist and actually succeed. Ace Attorney is well written, and you know that because the game succeeded. Now the later games you can probably argue about it, but the OG trilogy is easily, you can just say it's well written, and you can see how successful it got because of that. Personally, I think Apollo Justice was also very well written. It's my favorite in the series as well, but that's all no can of worms. But regardless, it's like, yeah, because, and let me think of another example. I actually don't know that many. I'm blanking. Fuck, dude. But Professor Layton. Those are also some detective and like mystery games that, like, you know, I haven't played them, but I know they're like to some extent mystery games. They're like logical games. And games that need logic like that, they need good writing. And I don't get it, right? And if you say that, like, and here's my opinion, right? If I say this too, it's probably gonna get me shit on. Some of these fan games are amazing, but I have yet to see one past Kodaka's writing. I've seen Kodaka one-up himself. In fact, he kind of really likes doing that. It's really funny. He's almost like he has a kink for one-upping himself. But yeah, I don't think I've seen any fan game one-up him or like surpass him. I mean, maybe the first game, but like the second and third game, no, not at all. And people stone you to death for saying, I think, like, maybe are they close? Do they skim the line? Do they get maybe almost on par with him? I'm willing to believe that maybe one's hit on par with him, but I haven't seen one that's gotten better. And there's people that would beat the shit out of you and like stone you to death in the streets for saying shit like that. I'm exaggerating, but they'd be pretty pissed at me. And then there's also the people who are like that, who they accuse Kodaka of being homophobic or just not understanding queer people. And it isn't like a super common thing that people have said. And like, trust me, I have seen it. I'd have to find screenshots of it, but like, it's been a while. But I have seen it. I know those people do exist. Apologies that I can't show you. Those people are just fucking brainless, dude. I hate to say it, right? I think those people are genuinely stupid. No offense. There's no way you played a fucking Kodaka game. He has the best queer representation of any game writer I know. This dude is probably gay himself. Well, not gay himself, but he's probably like teetering on like bi or something. He's at the very least a fan of yaoi. Like, listen, there's a clip of him proudly waving a like gay sex scene from the 100 line, one of his games, on his stream, like proudly. This man has a fucking like shit-eating grin as he does it. And I honestly wouldn't be shocked if he was like, you know, somewhere on the, you know, queer spectrum himself, like somewhere kind of little gay, little bi, I don't know, something like that. And like, yeah, and let's go over his rep, right? Let me give some examples because, like, you know, other than that, there's the obvious yaoi-inspired dynamic of almost every protagonist and antagonist in the game. They always have this like almost enemies to like somewhat mutual respect. The way they do it, it's the same thing. They have the same dynamic that Phoenix and Edgeworth have in the Ace Attorney series, which is, fun fact, inspired by yaoi. That's been openly admitted. You can look it up. But that's just something I think, in my opinion, that's not something solid. So let's ignore that, but that's another thing. Let's start with Sakura and Aoi. Those two are like always side by side. And like, look, I get it. There's close friends, right? We all have best friends like that. There's this woman I know that I've been friends with since I was fucking like in 8th grade, right? We've known each other since we were little. We aren't that close. Hug, yes, close. Share, you know, roll up together, fucking do all kinds of shit. We like, listen, but we aren't that close. Like sharing a bed, like, okay, sharing a bed, one thing, but if I'm right, they were flustered about the fact that they shared a bed. Well, Sakura was, if I remember right. And the way that Aoi talks about Sakura, dude, she doesn't like praise her like a friend. She praises her like she's daydreaming about that woman. And it's a little more subtle than the others on the list, but like, come on, dude, you can at least see where I'm walking with that. And like Aoi, like Sakura is very much obviously butch. It would be the butch too, and like there's even that thing. But let's do Ibuki. Ibuki, you can't. It's blatant. Like the first one's subtle, maybe. Sure, I get you. If you say that Ibuki is straight, I'm sorry, you're wrong. You're wrong. She is blatantly bisexual. And in fact, I'm going to show some clips. It's like she gives some attention to Two-Ton Togami, but she also gives some attention to Mikon. And like, listen, the Togami stuff, yeah, the Togami flirting stuff, yeah, that's you know, it's pretty, yeah, she flirts with the guy. She's not gay. But then the Mikon stuff, dude, if you've seen the stuff she said about Mikon, and I mean, there's also some stuff, if I remember right, that she says about Hajime. If you spend enough free time events with her, but I don't exactly remember. I haven't done her free time events in like ages. The free time events are something I'm always very foggy on. So like the main story is what I remember the most. And I mean, I'm sure that's like a lot of people, unless you have like your favorite characters and stuff. But I don't remember the free time events even of my favorite characters because it's just, I got into Danganronpa ages ago and finished again. And I'm only recently replaying it to show two of my buddies it, and they're really enjoying it, so that's good. But now for like the next step of representation, there's Tanko. Tanko's literally just a fucking lesbian. It's just a fact. It's just objectively a fucking fact. And like, there's this other game, his love project, as I like to call it, the 100 line. This game's like his child. He loves this game, and I'm very much proud of him for making it. And it is a very good game, and you should get it. It's called the 100 line. You should check it out, please. Please get the game, please. I'm begging you. It's so good. But anyway, enough shilling. Most of the cast in that game, most of the cast is queer people. And I have to pull it up, but like, if I remember right, Yugamu is pansexual. He hits on literally all the cast. Eito has the gay sex scene with Takumi, the protagonist. Tsubasa and Darumi like kiss. There's a canon CG of them kissing. There's Darumi and Hiruko's their whole situation where they're all very flirty. And I think the OG route, the original run of the game. And I'm probably blanking on some more things. I think there's a thing with Gaku and Takumi, the protagonist, as well. I'm blanking on it, but there's a lot of stuff, right? And it's, yeah, and like, he's, over time, he's gotten more open about it. There's his game, the Shuten Order, as well. Shuten Order, another good game you should absolutely get. The protagonist, if you pick a certain route, there's a character who is one of the ministers. She's a closeted lesbian who knew, because most people didn't know the protagonist was a woman for some reason. It seemed like I haven't finished. I've only done like, I'm on route 2, but it seems like most people didn't know she was a woman, but this character did. And if you try to accuse her of being the murderer, you'll slowly find out that not only was she not the murderer, she was very secretive and stuff about certain things, because she was a closeted lesbian in love with the protagonist. Which, I'm just saying, if he hates queer people, why would he write that? Anyway, continuing on, the Danganronpa fandom just sucks, right? I barely have anything nice to say about it, but there are nice parts. I'll get to that later. But I have noticed that his other games have chill fandoms. The 100 line is a very chill fandom. The other Kodaka fan games, I mean, they don't have as big of a fandom. The 100 line has a bigger fandom than the other ones that I've seen. But his other games have rather chill fans. I don't know much about them. I've only really played 100 line, Shuten Order, and Danganronpa. Those are the games because I've really dived into. But of those games, I love them, and I want to get into more of his games later on. And like, pushing that aside, there is, like, let me get back to it. The thing that they get right, the Danganronpa fan, the one thing that I love about it, and that I will always praise about it, is the creativity and art, dude. The fan fiction, the art, the cosplays, they're all fucking beautiful, dude. If there's one thing the Danganronpa fandom has, it is an immense amount of creativity, and Kodaka's work seems to very much inspire a lot of, like, love and passion from people. And a great example of this is his fan games. The fans of said fan games cannot be great all the time, but the fan games themselves are fucking amazing. Not all fan game fans are bad, by the way. I should clarify that right now. I don't think that. But yeah, some of the fan games are fucking awesome. And there is one project, actually, speaking of, that I want to shout out. Danganronpa Retry. Please, I'm begging you to look into it. It looks fucking phenomenal so far. They recently had to start from the ground up because of an issue with, if I'm right, their PC got fucked. But fucking, it is such a beautiful looking project. The art style is like scarily close. The vibes, it's based off the first game, which means the atmosphere of the first game's kind of there. It's kind of got a new feel to it as well, and I do like that. And I'm really looking forward to it. So much so that in the YouTube page description, and the YouTube description of this video, I'm going to link their YouTube page of the dev, and I'll probably link their Twitter too. So if you want to look at that, check down below. And I'm actually looking and hoping, right? I'm hoping to get a voice role in the game. I think I've already told them. I'll do it for free. I will do it for free. For the love of the game, because I think it looks that cool. And I've always wanted to be in a Danganronpa game or a fan game. And I see a chance. I want to do it. I kind of want to voice Ultimate Unlucky Student, but there's a few other characters that seem interesting. It would be pretty cool. And while I doubt this fandom will ever improve, I do think I'll always be a part of this fandom. I don't plan on leaving anytime soon, like at all. I love Kodaka's work. I love Danganronpa. I always will, and I love consuming the fan media of it too. You know, it's kind of one of those things where I have a hate-love relationship with it. And if you want to have nice discussion in my comments, please do. But if you get me because my last video had a lot of harassment issues and all that. If you get too bad, I'm gonna have to start cutting stuff. I'm just like gonna add that on. I don't condone any harassment or like bad faith arguing. Don't send me fucking gore or some shit because I made this video. Because that just proves you're fucking that butthurt about it. And it also just, come on, dude. You're posting it in public spots where, children can see it. Anyway, ignoring that. You guys are awesome for watching this far. I hope you have a nice day. And I'll see you on the flip side. I can't speak, Jesus. I'll see you all in another video. Peace.